Yes, people, what's good? Tuesday at the gym then, about to go in and hit a shoulder session. Feel nice and energised and pumped for this session. So I'm about to go in and get a crazy pump as always. We will probably finish off with some abs as well. Other than that, if you are new around here though, or do find yourself coming back on the regular and you're not subscribed, then please do go down and smash that subscribe button and make sure you click that bell notification to be notified for when I upload. Be sure to go and check out all the links that are down in the descriptions. If it's my coaching program, clothing or supplements that you're after, you can check them all out down in the description. You can use your boy's code in the checkout and get yourself some money off as well. Support your boy and help support all of the businesses that are affiliated with myself. As I said, we are about to go in and hit a shoulder session, a late night one solo, and we're about to go in and get a crazy pump in. So let's not talk too much. Let's get in there and let's get it in. Let's get it.
So some people kicking things off then with a seated shoulder press here, more of an emphasis on the front and the upper part of the delt. So here, just making sure that we really focus on controlling the negative and controlling the release away from us. Here, 64 kilos on a plate, again, pushing to failure. Probably got a little bit from our top set, but just making sure that we get the blood flow actually into the shoulders as throughout the whole of the movement. So let's lock in, let's get it. And now then jumping up just slightly to 73 kilos from our top set here, just making sure that we push to failure, making sure that we really target the shoulders throughout the whole of the movement. And then we will move on to probably some sort of lat raise or into the main exercise, depending on how we feel. So let's lock in, let's get it. So now then, moving on to some cable work. Here you join me with some D-handle lat raises. Not a huge amount of weight. You join me with 6.5 kilos. Here, just making sure that we really focus on controlling that negative, slowing down the time under tension. Again, just to make sure that we fully target the shoulder throughout the whole of the movement, especially during these warm-up sets before we move into the main part of the exercise. It's just about exposing the muscle group to the weight. And then making sure that we get a blood flow in there for when we move into the main exercises. So here, make sure that we really slow down the negative, control that weight, and then push to failure as well for a good 10 to 12 rep range for full range of movement, alternating from right to left. So let's lock in, let's get it. Come on. Oh. And now then, moving on to some rear delt exercises. Here you join me with some rope attachment face pulls. Here you join me with 23 kilos. Again, just making sure that we get the blood flow actually into the muscle group. Here for the rear delts, not a huge amount of activation needed, but just making sure that again we keep them nice and warm and try and make sure that we lock in that muscle group as much as we physically can without bringing the forearms and the biceps in too much. So yeah, let's lock in, let's get it. So now then, moving on to one of the main exercises of the day for shoulders. You join me with one of my favourite exercises. This is the hammer strength plate loaded shoulder press. Here, fixed position, fixed bar path, so it allows you to really, really focus on the movement at hand. Here, you join me with 50 kilos aside. Again, just making sure, although we've done blood flow work previous to this, that as we move into it, we move up the working sets and we feel really, really good in the movement. So jump up 20 kilos, 40 kilos. Now moving here, you join me with 50 kilos. Again, just making sure that throughout the warm-ups that we are going heavy enough that we're exposing the body part to the weight. But here, pushing to failure. Not a huge amount, but making sure that we're still getting enough reps. So yeah, let's lock in, let's get it. Come on. One more. Come on. So now then, moving on to some dumbbell movements. Here you join me with the second main exercise of the day. Here, dumbbell shoulder press. You join me with 32 kilos. Again, just making sure that for the top set, we really, really focus on form, making sure that we get full range of movement. Depending on how this moves, we might move absolutely, but let's see how this one moves first before we jump up and say anything else. But yeah, 32 kilo dumbbells. Let's look in, let's get it. Come on. So now then, jumping up to what was last week's PR, which was a huge bodyweight PR, 36 kilos. Here, just really, really going to focus on the kick up and making sure that we can really, really focus on getting some reps in. Depending on how this moves, again, depends on how many sets we will try and do of this weight. If not, we will go back down and do a back off set, maybe of about 32 kilos. But yeah, 36 kilos. Let's lock in. Let's see whether or not we can get this moving. Let's get it. Come on. 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 Boom.